Here's a breakdown of the domain and range of a function. Domain. Definition. The domain of a function is the set of all possible input values, usually x, for which the function is defined. In simpler terms, it's all the x values that you can plug into the function without getting an undefined result, like dividing by 0 or taking the square root of a negative number. How to find it? Look for restrictions. Are there any values of x that would make the function undefined? Common restrictions include division by 0. Exclude any x values that make the denominator 0. Square roots. Exclude any x values that make the expression inside the square root negative. Logarithms. Exclude any x values that make the argument of the logarithm 0 or negative. Consider the type of function. Polynomials usually have a domain of all real numbers. Rational functions, fractions, need to check for division by 0. Radical functions, square roots, etc., need to check for negative values inside the radical. Trigonometric functions may have restrictions depending on the specific function, e.g., tangent has restrictions. Range. Definition. The range of a function is the set of all possible output values, usually y, that the function can produce. It's all the y values that you get out of the function after plugging in the x values from the domain. How to find it? Graph the function. The most visual way to find the range is to graph the function and see what y values it covers. Analyze the function. What's the smallest possible output? What's the largest possible output? Are there any gaps in the output values? Consider the type of function. Linear functions usually have a range of all real numbers. Quadratic functions have a parabolic shape, so the range will be limited by the vertex. Exponential functions have a range that depends on whether the function is increasing or decreasing. Important notes. Domain and range can be written in different ways. Set notation. X does not equal 0 means all x values such that x is not equal to 0. Interval notation. Infinity, 0, u, 0, infinity, means all numbers from negative infinity up to 0, and then from 0 up to infinity. The domain and range are important for understanding the behavior of a function. They tell you what inputs are allowed and what outputs are possible. Let me know if you'd like to see